Hello, 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 everybody. Just wait a second. Let me be sure that you can hear me. All right, all right. Let's see. Okay, it's working. Woohoo! I miss doing this, man. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right. Today we are going to, start an exciting journey. Yep. I did not announce any of these things. I noticed when I say I announce something, I end up not doing them. So I just decided to, you know, start doing this now. Now this is different from everything that I've been doing so far. Um, yeah. Let me just crack my hands a little bit. Ooh. Oh, this feels good. This feels good. Um, okay. So I'll quickly share some of this link. Um, just give me a second. Let me post these links so that I can invite more people into the chat. Share, copy, and here we go. All right. Um, okay, that's good. Ooh. I don't know. Dun. My internet is. Ooh. Anyways, I'll just manage it like this for now. I think I'll find a solution around this later on. Okay. All right, let's get started. No more talking. Let's get to it. So today we are going to start something new. It's been a while since I streamed. Um, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. My internet is messed up. It's been a while since I did stream. I've been really busy building this project. It's called reshito.com. Um, yeah, it's an exciting project that I've been working on. Um, we'll talk about this some other time. Anyways, let's get to the plan of the day. So I want to start programming in C, and at the same time learn how to use Vim. I don't know what's wrong with my internet. I'm so sorry. Today's stream might be a little bit poor, but the next one I'll do will be way better than this one. So forgive, forgive me for today. Okay. So we are going to learn C, and alongside C, we'll be learning what do you call it? Vim, which is a code editor that I've always been interested in learning. So we'll learn how to use Vim with while we are also learning how to code in C. And then after C, get our hands dirty with C a little bit. Then we'll move on to C plus plus. It's just like I'm just having fun with these things. So um yeah, and I'm sharing this knowledge with you guys as well. So uh Just a second. Let me share these links. Okay, so we'll start by learning the basics of Vim. Not really the basics, but just like have like a fresh um knowledge about what it is. So it's actually a code editor. And to begin, I will use it to create a file here. First of all, let's create a folder where I'll be storing all these projects. So we can do something like mkdir make directory. This I'll call it YouTube, right? So I'm using WSL, which is a Windows sub system for Linux. It's like Linux but inside Windows, and it comes as a terminal. It's not a full Ubuntu um, operating system, so I'm just using it as a terminal here. And then we'll cd into YouTube. YouTube like this. Is it double ampersand or one? I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, it worked. So it's double. So let's create a file. So I already have Vim installed. You can also install it by looking at the process online. So let's first of all start with this. So I'll create a file here. I'll call it let's just create a hello world file. So I'll just call it hello.c. When you read through the basics of C, actually, I have my favorite book here. I just have this one here for extra reference. But this book right here is really, really good. It's free online. You can actually go ahead and I've shared the link in the description below. So, yeah, this is the book. So you can have access to it and also read through it. It's really nice and I like the content. So, um, yeah, let's create a hello.c file. Now every C programming file ends with a .c. So we'll create this. And I'm using Vim here to just tell this terminal to open this, create the hello file and open it in Vim editor. So we can do it like this. Now we are inside Vim. Now I did a little bit of configuration right on Vim. Nothing too serious. I just added the you know the number lines or the line numbers. I think how do I check? Well, anyways, that's not really important right now. I can share this with you very soon. I've written this down somewhere. Hold on, let me look for it. Da, da, da. I'll come here. Let me check my stream. Okay, so there. All right. So let's look at this part here. Vim configuration. Dun, 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 dun. So we'll run like a few programs here. Now, when you read through this book, you'll learn a few things. First of all, how C programming files are created. So you just give it a name. Let's put it here. Name and .c. That's the name of a C file, and then um, you know you start writing your program in it. with your preferred code editor. Me, I'm going with Vim. So I'll be using Vim to code in C. Now, although I'm not an expert in Vim, but yeah, we can make use of Vim for now. So let me open an additional tab here to show you my Vim configuration. In fact, let me just stay here. What I can do is, so Vim has two modes. It has a, I think, command mode, right? And oh no, I hold on. It's called normal mode, I think. Normal mode and I think command mode. I don't know. I've forgotten the names they are called, but I know there is a a mode in which you are in where you can just type into the code editor and write your code, and the mode where you just exit the insert state of the code editor and begin to like use all these Vim combinations, J, K, arrow, and all those stuff to like move your cursor around. So there are two modes in Vim. Here we can just come here. If I press I, you can see below the code editor here, it's changed to insert. It means I can start typing stuff inside Vim. But when I press escape, right, I'm back to the default mode. I think if I were to move the cursor to the beginning of this line, I think it's dollar sign. No, dollar sign goes to the end. So if you press 0, it takes you to the first letter of this line, and then you can do something like this. So if I press D twice, it will delete it. If I want to undo this, I can press U, and then it will undo what I did. If you press X, it will delete one letter at a time, right? If I press U, and it will undo everything I just did. So you can see already at the oldest change. Okay, maybe at some point I will just create a file where I can just put all of these Vim's command in it. Now let's write our first C program. I'm coming. Let me just check. Uh, Hello, big stack at hand. How are you doing? I'm good. How are you too? Okay, so we can just go ahead and start writing some code. So first of all, we are in the okay. I said if you want to, there is this reputation that Vim has, which a lot of people say it's hard to exit, which means it's hard to get out of Vim and go into a normal state. Well, if you want to exit Vim, you can press escape to come into the normal mode and press colon, right? And Q. Now, this means quit, right? I can quit this file because I've not made any changes to it. So when I press this, you can see I'm back into my normal code editor. It means I've closed Vim. So when you do ls, so we've not created any file. The file was not created, although we opened it in Vim, right? The hello.c was not created because we did not save that file. So automatically there is nothing in the file, and Vim, I mean, our code editor will just delete it. So if I did something like this, Vim hello again dot c, right? And while exiting Vim, and I did write, right? And then, quit this again. I mean, the way I did the quit now was a forced quit. If you press Q and the exclamation mark, it will force Vim to quit the editor. So now when I click ls, you can see we have the hello.c file in the YouTube directory. So let's clear this again, and then let's open that file in Vim. So we'll say vim hello.c. Now we can go into the insert mode by pressing on I while in normal mode, and we can begin to write our code. Now, today we are just going to do a simple uh, C study, right? We're just going to learn something really small. So um we have a few things to know about C. Now, C is not like every other programming language where you just get things out of the box. It's a low level programming language. In fact, um, in this documentation here, it is said C is a low level language, right? It means the code you write, right, is directly executed in your computer instead of, you see all this, a language like JavaScript, for example, is a high level programming language. It's an interpreted language, which means the code you write in JavaScript is transformed into bytecode for your computer to understand and execute. But when it comes to C, the process is different. And C has its own ways of handling all these things. When you read through this documentation, you understand a little bit more. Um, yeah, so let's write a basic C language, a basic C code for you know, the popular Hello World program, Hello World script that everyone writes when they are writing their first language. So we'll come here and then we'll enter this line. So we'll say include, right? Include std io dot h. Now, this stdio dot h has a meaning. So what does this mean? Well, let me see. We can read through here. Da, 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 da. Okay. Um. Well, basically, it's something called a namespace, which allows the C compiler to actually understand what's going on in the code and be able to you know uh run whatever it's here, right? So again, I'll go into details about this stuff here, this include, but for now let's just try and run a basic C programming language. um Sorry, let's oh, hold on a second, please. All right, sorry, I'm back. um yeah, so let's just try and write a program, right? So we'll come here. So we are still in insert mode. um you know Sorry, we now need to define the main function. This also has its meaning, the reason why it's called main. Sorry, we put void here, but we'll go into more details about this in a separate video. I will also stream that, but for now, let's just like play around with C and see what it can do, right? So we have now we have something like this. So you put these curly braces here, and then you run printf, right? And we'll just write hello world here like this. Sorry, hello world. Okay, and that's it. We can then exit Vim. Now we are back in the normal mode. If you want to move up the file here, right, which is line 1, you can press, I think, GG. You can see the cursor has moved back up. If you want to move to a if you want to move the cursor around, right, instead of using your mouse to like, or the arrow direction, you can use your key. I think H, J, K, and L, right? So H means to the left, J means down, right? You can see I'm pressing J and it's moving down. K means up, and L means to the left. So I'll move down now. Let's move to this line, and you can see while I'm pressing L, it is moving around, right? If I want to move to a particular line, I can make a combination. So let's say I want to move to line 3, I can press 3 and capital G, right? Capital G and 3. I mean 3 before capital G. So let's run this C program and see what the output will be. So I'll come here. I'm so sorry. I have another call. Sorry guys. I'll soon be leaving, so let me quickly explain this stuff. And then I'll run this code and we'll round up for today. Tomorrow will be, or maybe another day. I'll be streaming more often now that I'm learning something new. So this will not be um you know da, 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 da. Okay, so let's run this program. So while we are in Vim, if you want to run now, we are already in a terminal, right? So normally we would, execute commands inside the terminal. But right now, we are in a terminal based code editor, which is Vim. So meaning there is a way we need to run this program. So when you are in normal mode, you put colon, right? First of all, let's write this file. So we've written the file, we've saved everything inside. Then to execute this code here, right? We need to first of all compile it. We need to compile it. Oh, hello, Comfort. Um, we need to compile the code first of all and then execute it. So how do we compile a code? Now this is where C is different from a language like JavaScript. In JavaScript, you can just write the code and it will automatically execute it for you, because JavaScript has is a it's an interpreted language. So, but in when it comes to C, you need to compile the language, right? Now, you need something called GCC, right? You need to install GCC, right, which is the C compiler. Um, I will explain all of these things later on, but let's just run this code and for you to see this in action. So we need so to run a code, now we are in a terminal mode inside of our terminal-based code editor. So you can put something like this. To run a command, you put this exclamation mark, and you type GCC, right, dash O, and you put in the name of the compiled file that you want it to, the name of the file where you want the compilation to go. So I'll put hello, and then which file are we compiling is going to be hello.c. And when I execute this program, you can see it has compiled it. We don't get any error here. And it says press enter or type command to continue. So I'll press enter. Now let's execute. Before we even execute, let's quit Vim, right? And see something. So I'll clear this and I'll press ls again. Now you can see we have hello and hello.c. So our code has been compiled into this file called hello, and then our original code is in hello.c. Let me show you what it looks like. So our original code is, let's just output this and show you what it looks like. This is our original code from here to here, but the code we compiled our original code into is in just hello like this. So you can see everything inside. It looks scrambled, but this is what the computer actually understands, right? This is what GCC has translated our code into for our computer to understand. So we'll need to keep this. Sorry. So let's run. Let's go back. You can just run the file from here. So if you press hello / hello, right? Because that's the name of our compiled file. So when you type that and you press enter, you can see hello world. But this thing is putting it on the same line. So hold on. So the code, it doesn't look good right now. Sorry guys. I've chosen the wrong time to stream this session today. Anyways, sorry about that. So let's quickly edit this code so that this here will drop onto a new line, right? So I can just open this because it looks really weird. So let's go to, oh sorry, not this one. So let's quit this and then let's clear here. Let me execute that code again and just keep that as reference. So when we go into vim hello.c, now we can, I'll just move to line 5. So I'll press 5 and G, right? End of line 5. So I think the $ sign will move you to the end of the file. I'll move. Oh, okay. Um, five. Sorry. Okay, five and G, five and G. Ah, five and G like this. End of the file, I think. And then when you use, I think. Hold on, is my caps on? Okay. Something was happening. Let me just move down a little bit. I'll show. I want to move up again. Okay. Uh-huh. If I want to move word by word to the right, I can use W and then to move my cursor towards the right. If I press E, it will move it. Why is it moving it like that? I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe I've forgotten the command. So let's move back up again. And here I'll press A to insert at this position here. So I want to append to this place a new line so that when the code executes, it breaks into onto a new line. So that's all I need to do. And I will just exit from this, come here, write this file, and then we need to compile it again. So exclamation mark. So Vim would interpret whatever I'm about to type into a an actual command for the terminal. So I'll just go gcc dash o, the file you want to compile it into, and then the name of your file itself. So I'll just keep it like this, and then I'll run this. Now, the reason why we had to recompile is because we make changes to that file. And if we don't recompile it, it will still execute whatever was there before. So let's press enter and continue. And then we'll come here and then we'll just run the vim command. The file. So we'll just do forward slash hello like this, and then you can see we have hello world. Okay, let me execute it in a normal terminal. So let me quit vim, and while you can still see this here, you can see how it was printed, right? It didn't break onto a new line, but when I run this now, hello like this, and I execute it, you can see it has added a new line for this to come up onto a new line. All right, so that's all for today. Um, it's just like a quick intro. Hopefully we'll learn a lot of things as time goes, and yeah, I'm hoping to build exciting stuff with these low level languages. Okay, um, let me close this for now, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.